Hello lovelies and welcome to a new video. If you watched my last process video, you will know that I am playing along with the 2023 Scraptember, which is a video a day, month long YouTube hop type thing that was started by the Scrappy Sisters over on YouTube and Instagram. I will link to them in the description as well, and I will also link to the playlist that has most of the videos of all the other YouTubers that are playing along. This was actually for yesterday's prompt for the 28th, which was large circle. I just forgot to post it. So when I saw this photo, I knew that this would work quite well for this prompt. So I'm starting with some distress ink in Twisted Citron and Lemonade, and I'm just putting that on my background with some plastic packaging. I almost started again because I really didn't like this section over in the left here, but the good thing about distress, you add water and it becomes reactivated, so I could sort of make it a little better, and in the end it's a background, so I push forward. This photo I have is of Ruby, and Ruby loves puzzle pieces. She loves to play with, her favorite puzzle is an alphabet puzzle. And this was taken through the letter O. So I put the letter O in front of my iPhone and took a photo, and it was just really cute, and I do love it. So I knew that this would work quite well for this layout. So I had the idea to draw my large circle in some black ink, and that's going to be the basis of my background. So yeah, I and a fair bit throughout this layout. It's not until I put my title on it that I'm really happy and confident in how it turned out. So I'm just going to map my photo on some white cardstock, and then I'm going to add a layer behind my photo. So I wasn't really, you know me, I like to do a lot with my backgrounds, and I haven't done mixed media in a while though, but still, yeah, it's not that it's out of my comfort zone, it's just out of left field, really. I don't tend to use circles a lot. Stars, yep, love them. Hearts, yep. Circles, not so much. And I got a little not confused, but I got a little wasn't 100% sure how to embellish this layout. So this is where I come in with just a piece of white cardstock that I'm gonna banner the end of, and I'm gonna use this as a layer behind my photo, just as a jumping off point. So I've got something to start embellishing. I don't leave it white. I decide to get some of my mark making stamps, and I'm just going to basically make my own pattern paper or pattern cardstock out of these stamps. And I do end up going very monochromatic, and I'm using my black ink and some of that Twisted Citron. Not a lot of the Twisted Citron, because I did mostly want the black to really pop on this part, because the background is mostly that Twisted Citron, which is a lovely lime green. I do love it. So now I'm just making a bit of a background just to give it, so it's not plain white. I didn't like it in plain white, and just using different patterns so it will really pop off that background. Like I said, I'm just using it as a layering piece, and yeah, just as a grounding point for my photo. I had no plan going in with this layout except my circle. That was the only plan I had, and I knew I was going to do that in some black ink. And yeah, that is the only plan I had going in with this. So I'm winging it. This took me about 45 minutes, this whole layout, because I was very indecisive and winging the whole thing. So I'm just going to layer this. I will pull it back up again in a second because I wasn't 100% sure where I placed it. More double-sided tape. But yeah, so like I was saying, I'm a bit behind with the Scraptember. If you haven't followed along with Scraptember, it's a great little YouTube hop type thing. It's not hard to explain, it's just my words aren't working today. So there is a prompt for every day in September. And there is a video every day on the Scrappy Sisters YouTube channel, and there are a lot of different YouTubers that are also following along with Scraptember. A lot of YouTubers are doing a video a day. This will only be my second for the month. My last one was on the 15th, and I can't remember the prompt for that. I'm drawing a blank, but at the beginning of the video, there was a bunch of there was a photo of all the prompts, so you can always go back and follow along. I know we only have one day left. Yep, tomorrow is the last day of September, but yeah, it's a really great. It's a great little. I'm trying to think of the word. It's a lot of fun to do, and it's really great, especially if your mojo is struggling. And I love challenges and prompts. I find that they're a really good jumping off point, like this photo here, prompt here, for example. So, like I said with the embellishing, I struggled a little bit. So this is what I decided. I wasn't sure how I was going to embellish. And then I remembered I had this stamp set, and I thought, maybe I could just stamp out a bunch of circles and cut them out and, just embellish with that, which is exactly what I did. So I just stamped them out again in the Twisted Citron and the black archival ink. And then I'm going to fussy cut them out. Don't worry, I won't make you watch me do that because it did take me a while. And then I'm just going to make a cluster of circles in the bottom left corner. So you would have seen that I stamped a mark making circle stamp top and bottom in my diagonal corners. I just felt that helped draw in, one, a bit more of that black, and two, again, another starting point or jumping off point for my embellishing. So this is where I'm going to start putting these circles down. It was hard to embellish because you can't really see much of the that's not right. You can see with a photo, but there's nothing really. It's hard to explain. I didn't know what to embellish when it came to this, but because I was going with the circle theme, I thought, why not? It doesn't need to make sense. It doesn't have to have a reason. Doesn't need to have a theme. It was just a lot of fun to do. So I do use these circles. I use a combination of wet glue and then some dimensionals. So I do put pop up a few with some foam adhesive just to give it some dimension. And then this is where I feel that it starts to all come together. Once I go and get my title as well, I think that my title really helped bring it together. So I've, yes, like I said, I only do it in the bottom left-hand corner, these circles. I tried to do it in the top right as well, but I just couldn't make it work. And I didn't want to focus too much on it because, like I said, I was already struggling with this layout. So I thought, instead of overthinking it, I'm just going to start plonking things down. So then I found these thickers. I have a lot of thickers that have phrases on them, and I want to start using them. And this had a few different words. I'm like, what can I do? And then I was going, my title ends up going, Today We Play. And I actually really like it. I like the different fonts as well. I do move the word play over because that's just hurting my brain already. It needs to move over. And so I had the word today and the word play were on the thicker sheet. And then I just literally write the word we. So I write Today We Play because we were playing with puzzle pieces when we took this. And then on this little thicker sheet, there are these circles as well. So that really helped tie in all my bits and pieces, I find. So I plonk them in a few areas around here and there. And then also I've been watching a YouTuber, can't remember off the top of my head, but she likes to put a lot of sequins in around some of her stuff as well. And I thought, you know what, that'd be great as more sprinkly bits, and it really does tie in with my circle theme and also gives me something else to put down to embellish. And I really do love it. I have to admit, I do love how it turns out. So I just used some wet glue, plonk a few. I did go with silver because I thought it would just give it another bit of sparkle and glitz and just help that monochromatic feel, even though it is a new colour, but you know what I mean. It just works for sprinkly bits. I don't put any enamel dots down because I find that with the sequins and the thicker circles, it just really worked. So yeah, this is my layout for yesterday's prompt, with the large circle. So I hope you've enjoyed my video, and I'll be back real soon with a new one. Bye for now.